Hello and welcome back to Shelf Center. This is Bryce. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking and subscribing. You know, if you end up enjoying this kind of thing, it could happen. Anyway, I wanted to get into how was my month of May. I know I'm a little late here, but then also what's my TBR looking like for the month of June. So 1 month out, 1 month in, how we doing? What are we looking at? So first things first, I did finally finish Edge Dancer. It's so good. It was, it's not like, you know, normal Stormlight Archive. It's technically 2.5. It's a novella. It's the 2.5 in the series. And it's about Lift, and you meet Lift in Words of Radiance. She's a fun character. They're not like anything crazy, but I think it's just some important events that kind of needed to happen, but really would have slowed down the main narrative. So it was really fun. Her powers are really fun to watch and to see, and it's just one more facet of this world. It's like Sanderson seemed to have like thrown everything into the Stormlight Archive, into Roshar. There's lots of different magics going on, all kind of using the same, I guess, base magic. But anyway, it's a fun story in a different part of the world that we just haven't seen before. Some interesting stuff, so I'll have to do a review on it to really get into the details and some spoilers. Speaking of the Brando Sando, I finally did it, guys. I read Mistborn. I know I'm the last booktuber who talks about fantasy to actually have read it. And actually, I thought the hype might hurt it, and it honestly didn't. I loved this book. Man, it's up there. I think I like Stormlight a little better, but maybe just because that's the first I got to, but like the first real dense Sanderson that I really got to. But man, Mistborn was good. It was a really cool magic system. You can see, I feel like this isn't any spoiler, but to say that Sanderson likes flying, but not by like traditional means of flying. Anyway, if that makes any sense. Really fun magic system based on metals and kind of ingesting them and then being able to do certain things. I love just really how well it's explained and what all the things you can do with it. There's a bit of a training montage in it, and so I'm like I've said multiple times, I'm always a sucker for a training montage. They're really fun, and overall just a really fun book. But I mean, with some heart, with some morals, with some, it really had me. I just did not expect the direction, I guess, that it went there for it to go there. And so anyway, surprised me still in somehow, even though I'm the last to read it. So really great book. Gonna have a full review to come. All right, then the Fellowship of the Ring, finally finished it with my daughters. They, had a lot of patience with me. Now, I think overall that they enjoyed it. It just got to a point where they love reading so much now, and they can actually read their own chapter books of like 500 plus pages, that they're just dying. They have their own TBRs, and they're talking about their TBRs, and that, they can't wait to read this, but they also want to read this. And I'm just like, oh, you're singing my language. And it's just a beautiful thing. So it was really just one of these, just like kind of sticking it out and pushing through to finish with them amidst all their little, all their fun books that they really want to get to, that they're just so excited for. And it's just, what a great problem to have as a book dad. I mean, you can't get better than this. So they loved it. They had questions. They posited theories. It was so much fun reading this, going, kind of just pointing out like, whose eyes do you think were glinting there, huh? Anyway, and they just had great theories for this. So it was just so much fun. I cannot wait to read The Two Towers, which is my favorite, as I pointed out in a short recently. We'll see if we get to that anytime soon, because gosh, their TBRs are already taken over, and I have to deal with their TBRs along with my own and trying to get them to read the best classics. So I don't know, wish me luck here. Finally, the last book I did finish in the month of May, so that'll make it 4 books, and that's Wistful Ascending by J.C.M. Byrne. This is a self-published book. And, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was still surprised. I had heard lots and read lots of, I'd listened to and watched lots of good reviews for Wistful Ascending, have lots of booktube friends that loved it. and it still got me. It was still excellent, and I was still surprised by how much I liked it, because I really liked it. This is like Superman tries to go hide out in space and become just a regular kind of, I guess, spaceship docking worker. You know, and then again, can a superhero really like go hide all that well and that much? And so it's just really good, and just lots of heart, and like a really good, just kind of the moral point is made too, and just really lots of good things to it. So I'm gonna have to get my thoughts together in a review now that I'm so far behind, but it's gonna happen. All right, next up, what am I reading? What am I reading this month now that that month of May is over? I am currently in the middle of Dark Theory by Wick Welker. This has just been excellent. It's so much fun. It's like a fun little like journey book, but also with some good hard sci-fi and some really good just philosophical elements too. It's like pulling from, there's characters from all different types, and there's like a cave, underground dweller, and a robot with like sentience and care, and there's so much going for this. I don't know what else to say, but other than just I'm enjoying this so much. I'm looking forward to the audiobook when I get in the car for my commute. So that's a lot. That's a great thing to say for it. So anyway, can't wait. I'm blazing through it, almost done here, and should finish that any moment now. Then I didn't have the actual book. I realized I must have gotten rid of it ages ago. It's on the back here. I am going to be participating. This is actually Blood of Elves, but it's actually The Last Wish. The Last Wish I'm going to do, it's a reread for me. I'm going to be, this is one of the many collabs I've been doing recently, but I will be collabing with some booktubers, with some authors, about just discussing The Last Wish. First time through, I did not love it. So I'm going to give it a second chance here. We're going to see how it goes this time. I'm hoping to enjoy it, but that is definitely one that I might be the naysayer in the group. We'll see. I just did not love it, and I think it was just too disjointed for me. I think I need to try out the Blood of Elves, because it actually gets into like a full-blown novel story, whereas The Last Wish is more just a collection of stories, and it just didn't work for me too well. But maybe knowing that will help a little better. I don't know. We'll see. Before I get too far into this, my next book that I have to read after Dark Theory, because I'd already started it before before I did this. So on the live stream, you may or may not have known. This is why you should definitely check out the live streams when I surprise everyone with them, like the day before. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, but on the live stream, I kind of was just like, hey, why don't you guys choose my next in my TBR? I will throw everything out and just read whatever is chosen for the TBR. And then I did a poll. If you can check out the community tab there, I put the poll there and got a lot of great response, but there's definitely one overwhelming winner. So I will be adding The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu on my next book. So it has to be the next book that I'm reading. That's what I promised. I am a man who sticks to his promises. So I'm excited to read that, because I've heard nothing but great things. So thank you for doing me a solid, everyone, and giving me a great book to just completely wreck my TBR with. I love you. And so I'm excited, because I've just heard this series is insane. And so I'm very much looking forward to it. All right, I can't help myself. I commit and I overcommit, but this was one that I just thought was so much fun. Matt's Fantasy Book Reviews is doing a read-along for Lies of Locke Lamora, and that's going to start June 21st. So speaking of rereads, here's another reread for me. I love this book. I cannot wait to read it again, and this will hopefully push me into reading Red Seas Under Red Skies. I kind of took a break, just knowing that the books were kind of coming out slowly. Happy to buy them as they come out. I think I've got Republic of Thieves behind me. And so, but I'm excited to get back into this world. Gentleman Bastards, just what a great name for the whole world anyway. But love it. Very excited to read along with some great, with a great community. Speaking of which, if you haven't joined the Discord, please do. I have jumped onto Matt's bandwagon, so you can see the link down in the description below. You can specifically join and communicate with me and my kind of part of the channel. It's at the bottom for now until Matt adds some more booktubers to it, who knows. But also it's just fun. It's a whole community. It's Matt's community, really. But we're taking over, right? Let's take this over. We could do this. But it's, anyway, it's lots of fun. So definitely come join the Discord. Just a great time to just chat. Chat books, chat life. I have a whole memes and jokes thread that's going. It's pretty fun. Or channel, is it called on Discord? Anyway, I need to learn the lingo. I've got best quotes that you love. If you want to post some quotes that you love, check them out there. So anyway, speaking of which, just thought I'd throw that in there. Then I got The Long Halloween. Been meaning to read this for ages. Thought it would be really fun. So it's really cool. It's thicker than like Year One or something that I read not too long ago. Love me some Batman. I just have a good friend that's been recommending me this for ages, so thought I'd definitely check that out. All right, then Cradle. This is Cradle month, and Waybound is out. It's officially out. So go get you some Cradle. Waybound, the last book in the Cradle series. I am definitely going to be reading that. Cannot wait. Just what a great time to be alive. I cannot wait to see how this goes. Seems to be the chunkiest of all of the Cradle books. Usually they're pretty slim. This is like, looks like double or triple even the smallest and the shortest in the group. But I cannot wait. It's the ending and I am all here for it. Cannot wait. All right, finally, in my busy month, we'll see. This just might get started, I hope, or something. But I've been slowly getting to this. But I still want to keep it going. Keep hope alive. We've still got some good progress in book 5 that Brandon Sanderson's announced. So, you know, it's at least over 50% at this point, or at least 50%. And so I've got to get on Oathbringer, Time to Keep Going. Because, again, I'm doing the year of Sanderson without actually reading any of the new Sanderson books. That's how you get ahead on BookTube. This is how people want the older stuff. Nobody wants brand new and to know what's going on in the new publishing cycle. All right, and speaking of which, so the next month, July, is going to be kind of a crazy one for me, but you're going to hear some announcements coming up, but I figured I'd just start talking about it already. We already did a live stream on Sunday, this last Sunday, at AR Witham's channel. With the Key Mark Discord, there's going to be a huge readathon. It just seems like this has been something that has gone really well. A lot of people get involved and there's lots of fun to be had, lots of good communication, good healthy rivalry. And so in July, I'm excited. I'm already trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to read for this readathon, but prompts have already been posted, so you can already start planning how to make the most of your 5 books that this readathon will entail. One of them at least is very easy to get, but there's lots going on with this, but you can earn up to 3 points per book in the 5 books that you choose, but you're only going to be limited to that many. We're going to have some fun. So I'm excited for it. Even manga is going to be counting toward it, a no book length minimum, so I think that'll be fun, but also just lots of other things. So just a good summer readathon. I think it'll be fun. There'll be teams. My team is the GW, BPW, DLW, MIBC, of course. So if you want to check out that live stream for what I've actually named for, but that's the team. You're going to want to join this before the end of the month. Now, you won't be able to specifically pick my team. It's going to be randomized to kind of be fair and and give everyone kind of a fair team. But anyway, you could be on my team. We'll see with that ridiculous name. I don't know. I thought it'd be a fun name because I can say that and that's stupid. So anyway, I'll one day on a live stream I might explain the story behind it. But anyway, that'll be fun. I cannot wait. It'll be a really fun month of July. and lots of videos, lots of stuff. So we're going to have a fun summer here. Anyway, that is my last month, my month to come. How are you doing? What's been your favorite read of the last month? What are you looking forward to in this month? Cannot wait to read your comments in the description below, and we will check you later. Bye.